Really sorry about losing. I went to flip the camera and I cut you all off, so sorry about that. So I'm now actually in Christchurch grounds. We're in the quad, the front quad, and hello Bourne, hello Coley, hello Ashlyn. So sorry I went to flip the camera and cut you all off. So hey Laurie, hello Tony Flatfish Tuna. So I've just been talking about Alice in Wonderland, and how we're going to see some. Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Womble. So just onto the side, I just wanted to show you this tower here. This is Tom Tower, and directly over that is where Lewis Carroll had his rooms. He went to Christchurch University. He studied maths and classics. He passed maths with a 1. Signal's better now, or we'll be going into some buildings in a minute, so it may change. But and then he got classics a 3. When he was here, the new dean, came with Alice's father, and maybe I should sit down. So I showed you the tree in my last scope. You'll have to watch that. I showed you the tree, the Dean's garden, and it's raining now and I have no coat. And how he had the idea of the Cheshire Cat grinning down for Alice. And opposite here is the Alice's shop, which I tried to periscope in, but I got thrown out. But I may try it another day. And this is a great scope. Thank you. I'm sorry about losing you all in the middle. Of course, Christchurch is famous for other films as well, like Chariots of Fire, and also Harry Potter, of course. So I'm going to show you the cathedral's there at the back, and the cathedral is what makes it. Hi. And the cathedral is what makes Oxford its city. We wouldn't be a city without that. So I'm getting quite wet here. I wanted to go in the Alice shop, which was what used to be a sweet shop, and it's where Lewis Carroll used to buy sweets for Alice, the Dean's daughter. And it's got the original glass, and the door's even on the wrong side, which is comparable. So hello, just come out of the rain. So here is the famous Harry Potter stairway from the film, and there seems to be queues today to go into the dining hall, huge queues. So you see all the way down. So I have taken you in there before, so I won't take you in there today, but just to tell you that if you come here, yeah I know. I will come another day when it's not so busy. So we'll go back out again. There's some glass, and also because of Harry Potter, probably. Yeah, I would think so. Not because of Alice in Wonderland, although Alice in Wonderland is probably a better story, I think. But they're both amazing, aren't they? Let's be honest. So also, Lewis Carroll got some more ideas as well. When they look back onto one of my old scopes, and you'll see there was a big fireplace with fire dogs, which were metal, and they had really long necks. And it was thought that Lewis Carroll thought about the time when Alice, when she was in Wonderland, ate some mushrooms from the caterpillar and grew a really long neck. So under Tom Tower there, yeah, it's beautiful, fan ceiling. Under Tom Tower that's where Lewis Carroll lived and worked, and he apparently had a lot of toys and games and puzzles, and a lot of his things, like a lot of his toys, we still have them in Oxford. They're in the Oxford Museum, which is free to go and look at. And no, I'm not looking for Pokemon. I don't want to get addicted to looking for Pokemon. So while we're here, I'll take you in the cathedral anyway, because I can't take you in there. I'm sorry I can't take you in the hall, but I'm not very British, I don't like queuing. So, but I can tell you some more about Alice again. I'll stand over here and just tell you all the information for those of you who missed it and can't be bothered to watch the the first one. So good morning, good morning. So Alice in Wonderland was written in Oxford, and it was written by Charles Dodgson, who oh, thank you very much. It is raining. Every time I come here it rains, I don't know. If you drink enough beer, you'll see. Enough of the pie, come on. So Charles Dodgson, 1832 to 1898, had to graduate here in 1851 and stayed here his whole life. Obviously that was his name he was born in Cheshire, but he wrote under a pseudonym of Lewis Carroll. And the Dean, Henry Liddell, who was the father of Alice Liddell, who the stories were written for, became the Dean here, and then the children played in the Dean's garden, which I went to see. All I can see is one bush. Oh, what did he graduate with? He graduated first in maths and third in classics. So Lewis Carroll was the eldest boy of 11 children. Thank you for showing it on Twitter, Colleen. Just checking, I've got some notes. And he included himself in Alice in Wonderland stories as a dodo, which is an abbreviation of Dodgson, his real name. Alice Liddell, who actually right by where I live, I live by the water, on the other side is the church, and inside that church is a door that was carved by Alice Liddell, because she actually grew up to be a carver, so she was quite a creative person as well. Thank you for sharing. So Alice Liddell, who Alice is based on in the book Alice in Wonderland, was born in 1852 to 1934, she died, and she married a graduate from here, and in 1880s she had 3 boys, 2 sadly which died in the war, which is quite sad, isn't it? And then Alice's governess when she was growing up, Alice Liddell, that's right, that was her real name, Alice Liddell. So it was based on a real person. And there's loads of photographs of her as well, and all the original photographic equipment that belonged to Lewis Carroll is in the Science Museum, in the History of Science Museum on Broad Street, so you can go and have a look at it. So Mary Picklet, Alice's governess, was who Carroll is believed to have modelled the Red Queen after. And there is photographs of her and the Red Queen. Of course, all the drawings were drawn by the person who drew, quite a famous illustrator at the time. He illustrated all the Punch magazines. And so Alice Picker, after the governess, oh no, they haven't got any statues. They've got in the glass, in the dining room, which I can't get in because it's there, but it's full of people, Harry Potter fans queuing up, and I really can't queue up. I've taken you there before, I'll take you another day. What was I saying? Oh yes, she went on to run the Mitre pub, and she became the landlady there for 50 years with her husband until she died. And then Thomas Randall, who lived in that beautiful house that I showed you that was covered over by trees down by the river, was a tailor who preferred to be known as Hatter, and also became the mayor of Oxford in 1859. Yeah, I think so. I haven't got thrown out of here, so I think I'm allowed to scope here. Those of you who watch my scopes will know I do get thrown out of places. And he was supposed to have a shop on 22 High Street, and he lived from 1825 to 1864. And no, Alice Liddell didn't run the Mitre pub. Alice Liddell grew up and married a graduate from this university, Christchurch University, and had 3 children, and she was a carver. Alice Liddell's governess, when she got married, she ran the Mitre pub. So as you see, there's so many tourists here today. So there's quite a lot still here to do in Oxford. We went to have a look at the bank and the botanic gardens, and what I thought the rose gardens were that he got inspired for that scene. Anyway, it was quite an exciting time because Darwin's Origin of Species came out, and Carroll was a keen photographer, and he took lots of photographs of really important people of the day. So we went along the Rival Cherwell, where Alice planted a tree there with her sisters in honour of Prince Albert of Wales' marriage to Alexandra of Denmark, and he later became Edward VII. And on June the 17th, 1863, the Prince and the Princess, you're having your own conversation, okay. Prince and Princess stayed in Christchurch, and Edward, because he was an undergraduate there, and played croquet with the girls, and Carroll also played croquet, which is probably why there's croquet in the Alice in Wonderland books, if you remember the flamingo and the hedgehog. And then we looked around Christchurch Meadow, and we looked for the cows, and we couldn't find those. So the name of the Hatter's house is called Grand Point House, and it was a 3-storey Victorian house, and we could just about see it, which was built in 1785, and there was arches underneath. And the Hatter owned a dog called Rover, and Alice and her sisters used to take the dog out for a special treat. And then Lewis Carroll, thank you for that. Lewis Carroll would hire boats from Salters, who are a family-operated business and started in 1858, and they're still there now, still doing that. There's so many people, I can't think. So I think I've told you everything I know now, so we'll just have a relax and look around the cathedral, see if we don't get thrown out of here. So, are you talking to me? Not sure what you mean. What? Are you not sure what I mean about what? Tell them to move. Can't tell them to move. They're going wrong. Oh, I've missed it entirely. The cathedral's this way. Well, it's no trouble because I am a huge fan of Alice in Wonderland. I have a first edition book, which is my prized book. I loved Alice in Wonderland since I was a very small child, and just totally fascinated. Yeah, all Harry Potter fans. Hello. Oh, the organ's playing. How lovely. I always love organs. Oh, I've never seen this door open. Oh, is this the Dean's Garden? That looks like the horse chestnut tree over there. Do you see that tree over there? This is Dean's Garden, which is not open to the public, that we looked at through the gate. And this is the tree, the horse chestnut tree, which Lewis Carroll wrote about and told Alice that the Cheshire Cat was staring down at her. And but it wasn't his own invention, because there was a saying in Cheshire, because Lewis Carroll was born in Cheshire, and to smile like a Cheshire Cat was a saying from Cheshire. So, yeah. So we just walk around here. Scope it fast. You're usually the good person, Colleen. You're being naughty today. It's a beautiful, beautiful window. Wow. Hello. Welcome. I'm going to have a look over here because there's you see, his nose has been so rubbed, because some people think it's lucky that it's actually knocked off. And at the bottom here, this looks like a seal, but apparently it was a dog, but it's been rubbed so much that the ears have come off. So the ceiling is absolutely amazing. Show you. Thank you for all the hearts, people. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Like I say, I've loved Alice in Wonderland since a small child, and I think it's the dog that lost its ears. Well, people like to rub things, don't they? They think it's lucky. Okay, and I will do some more on Alice in Wonderland. There's more to talk about, more places to go. I think there's just something about it that catches children and grown-ups alike. Who doesn't want to escape to a wonderland, really? And in my own books, because you know I write in Paradox Child series, my little girl, my Alice in Wonderland, she goes down through a tunnel, down a lift in a museum, a secret lift in the floor, and paws on the ceiling. Okay, I have to go this way, I think. Well, I got caught up in the wire. I'll go back and pause on the ceiling. It's nice hearing the organ, isn't it? Yeah, so my story is, it's roped off. So this is as near as I can get now. I'm pausing. I can't get back because I've gone round. You want more what? More? What do you want more of? So, you'll probably recognise, I may lose you here. Look at all these students here. I may lose you here because this is quite a famous bit here. Harry Potter was filmed down this bit, so probably recognise it. It was Moaning Myrtle. So many students. So I'll pause on this ceiling and end my scope now. And thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Love you all. Love you, Laurie. Love you, Colleen. Love you, Flatfish Chula. Love you, Anne. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Bye.